year, September. And after starting to go through them and learning stuff like support resistance, I still do not understand the top or bottom of Fibonacci. I don't know how to use it. I know where it is on the trading view. But I got to understand, some aspects of the movement. I was guided by those who trained us that if I wanted to really do well, I needed to find a single pair and focus on the single pair and master that pair, and then I could graduate to other pairs after I was able to get to $100,000 in trading income. So this technology came our way. The gentleman that developed this technology, a little backdrop, he's been trading for about 9 years. His name is Mr. Kevin Grego. And the gentleman, his first 4 years, he didn't make money consistently. He lost about $26,000 trying to trade, okay, in live money. And afterwards, he started learning how to trade. It's been about 5 years now that he's been consistent. 3 years ago, he decided to develop this technology mainly because he wanted to help his sister. Okay, that was the purpose of developing the technology. His sister suffers from a condition called epilepsy, and that condition, when you have it, if you are your body trembles, you fall to the floor, and you cannot really function effectively. So a lot of people are unable to hold down jobs when they have that condition, right? So he decided to develop this technology to help his sister to make money. So it was not developed for Harry, it was not developed for Andrea, it was not developed for Mark, and those who are looking at it, it wasn't really developed for us. So it wasn't necessarily a product. He developed it for his sister. But guess what? Over the last 3 years, they used it. The gentleman has bought 2 homes. He's also basically bought a lot of stuff. Right now, you know what? I believe this is one of the biggest breakthroughs ever. Absolutely believe it is. Currently, it's growing every day, and more people are getting the technology. There are less than 800 people. As of yesterday, it was 740 something, but every day more people are buying it. Right here, let's say the market was right there, right at a green spot, and then you knew that the market was going to go down, then you could take a sell position. So what we do to get all of this knowledge and education is to know the market is going to go down or it's going to go up. That's the bottom line. Because if you knew ahead of time where it's going to go, then you could take a position and make money. Am I right or am I off track?
You're right.
Right. Okay. So here comes this technology that the gentleman developed. Behind each, there are 5 things. Somebody put the number 5 in the chat for me. So he designed this simply with 5 things, right? If you purchase it for $599, which I think is extremely cheap, because in the last, he has earned a lot of money, bought homes and cars. But a gentleman that bought this, never traded before, took a month, practiced with the technology, learned how to use it. Doesn't take that long, but the gentleman took a month. And the second month, he practiced in a demo. So the advice is, once you've understood how to use the technology, trade in a demo first, and then go live. His third month of going live, he grew $2,500 to $30,000, right? I've been able to, in our community, we have master traders like Mr. Maddox, because he's the one who brought it to us, Mr. Aaron, or CFO, Mr. Sloan, he was using it. So both of them used it, and they earned, along with, I think, 2 others in our community, were using it in the beta test phase. And they grew $5,000, they earned $5,000 to $100,000 in profit, right? Different people earn different amounts, okay? But I know Aaron was the one who earned the most. Safety trade alert. Did you hear that sweet music? Right? That's music to my ears, right? Safety trade alert. Safety trade alert, right? I'm not going to jump off here, but let me just quickly show you something, right? That safety trade alert that just came. See, it's BTC USD on a 1 minute buy stop, right? And then for the purposes of this, I'm going to jump to this. So this message came to me by email, but it also pops up on the computer. So on a 1 minute time frame, there's a buy opportunity on the BTC USD chart. So what it does, in addition to the technology that I'm going to explain, it scans the market with currently 200 symbols. The technology, the scanner that we pay for gives us 100 symbols, but if you buy it before the end of, May, you're going to get a free upgrade June 1. Okay, but after that, people are going to have to pay for it. So here's the thing, right? And let me ask us this, because we're going to keep this on the chart and see what happens. Okay, live. Okay, because this is live. You heard that, right? New safety trade alert. So what happens is that on the scanner, if you wanted, you could use the scanner, you don't have to. But the scanner sends you a message ahead of time to tell you that there's a buy coming up on the 1 minute time frame on the BTC USD chart. So instead of having to go and study the history of the BTC USD chart and understand how it works, all I would have to do is to come to identify a couple of things. The first thing we need to identify is, was the price above this thin red line? This thin red line is called a moving average. All right, I didn't even know that until recently. I just call it a thin red line. So these candlesticks represent price. And then the question here is that I want to ask you, was the price above the thin red line before this red arrow popped up? Was the price above, right? Was the price above? Somebody come up and tell me, please.
No.
Was the price above the thin red line? The candlesticks at any point in time represent the price, right? So if you look here where this white is, right, that's the price currently, because the candlestick is right here, okay? So at some point, was the candlestick above the thin red line before this red arrow popped up, before this red arrow on the screen? Because the screen moves from left to right.
So you're talking right, looking left. Well, before it was before above, then it came below.
All right, so it went up above and then it came below. All right, so before it came up below, it was above, right? So that's the first thing we need to confirm. And then later on, was it followed by the red arrow pushing down? Because remember, these candlesticks are going to pop up here on the 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to switch over to the 1 minute time frame. Oops, should have switched over earlier because it started already. Okay, so we're a little bit late, but because I was on the 1 hour time frame. My mistake, right? I should have been on a 1 minute time frame. You'd have started, you'd have seen this dropping. Okay. So you could see it dropping in front of your eyes already. Okay. So if you check it, when we got the message, would have got the message when this is a, what was it again? Let me go back to it. Man, I'm so, buy, wasn't that sell, right? BTC. So it was a buy, right? For it to be a buy, this is what needs to happen. We need to see a green arrow on the chart, all right, on the 1 minute chart, or the 5 minute. We could check the 5 minute as well to see if there's a green arrow popping up there, all right? We could see a couple of them, right? I'm sliding over to the end of the chart. See, we could see the green arrow. Okay, the green arrow popped up. All right, let's check back the 1 minute chart because it came up as a 1 minute, buy on the BTC, right? Right? Isn't that what it said? Let me go back here. I don't want to confuse anybody.
Yeah, that's what it said, buy stop.
Right, 1 minute, the arrow is pushing up, the green arrow is pushing up, it's a buy, right? Okay, so let's see if the market is gonna buy, okay? So when it came in, we were about here, so the market was falling. Now, normally when we see the market dropping, based on this downtrend, I would feel anxious entering a trade because I see it dropping like this, in terms of a buy. I wouldn't feel good about doing a buy here unless you have a lot of data to prove to you that's going to go up. So what this gentleman did was building 22 indicators behind it. So once a couple of things happen, let's just quickly go over it. The green arrow, we verified that was there already. I was trying to just find it on this chart here quickly. But the green arrow, we saw it on the 5 minute, okay? And also the price was below here. And then the next thing we need to identify, these 5 levels are all green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are all 5 levels green? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Are all 5 levels here green?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the 4 things, so there are 4 things we're going to look for. 1, the green arrow was there. We could go back and find it. But the price was below the moving average at some point before. And then all 5 levels are green. And then what we're looking for is for the 4th level to turn red. Once the 4th level turns red, it's now the indicator that tells us that the market is going to buy. But normally when we see all of this selling happening right here, especially the BTC, I would not feel comfortable about jumping into that trade. All right, so let's look and see what happened. Right, man, I'm so jacked up in my mind about this system. All right, this is live, guys. This is not a back test. This is not like, well, we're going back to see what happened. This is live, real time. BTC USD buying, just like the system sent us a message and told us, right? Because you guys saw the green arrow going up. You heard the message when it says safety trade alert. You all heard it. All right. And now the market is buying. So what you could have done is that when the message came in, you could have looked on the chart. You know, what I would have also done is just jump up to the 5-minute check to make sure that this is all green going up as well. So that means the higher time frame is showing that. And it means a 1-minute time frame, even though it's selling when the message came, I've got the confidence now that it's going to buy. And what is it doing? Is it buying? Somebody come off mute and tell me, is the BTC chart buying right now?
It was buying at the time of the alert on the 1 minute.
On the 1 minute, right? Is it right? Yeah, there's a little bit of pullback, but has it bought from this point? Did it buy from this point when it dot was red? We could kind of just estimate the minutes. Each of these candles is a minute, right? From the time it was called, I was rambling on. I wasn't really trading. I was just talking about this. We could check the time when that was called. We could, you know, and then here's the thing. We could go back and check a bunch of them. Because here's another one. Here's another one that happened. Okay. All of this was green. If you go back here, you find a green arrow. The price was above. All of these is lined up as 5 levels of green. We wait for the fourth one to turn red. When it turns red, what was the market doing? What was the market doing when this turned red? This fourth one turned red. What was the market doing? Was it buying or selling?
Selling.
Was selling, right?
Selling.
So the market was selling at this point, and that's where a lot of traders get thrown off, because when the market is selling, it's difficult to know if there's going to be a reversal or not. But this tells us right away, this red coming up here, that there's going to be a reversal. And what took place? Look at what happened right after. Did the market start buying? Did it buy? Did it buy? Did it buy? Somebody come off mute and tell me.
Oh yeah, it bought.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Let's look for a sell, right? Let me look for some red. Here's some red, right? Right, the arrow is going down. This is a big sell-off. It came back up, right? All of these indicators are still red, right? Some green popped up because this now says, man, this is a reversal, right? It's going to go all the way back up. So let me just be careful. Let me not even get it. But the indicator popped up to give you this little green dot here. Can anybody see this green dot right here? Can anybody see this green dot right here? All right, yes, right? And then guess what? Boom, did it sell? Would you have caught a little pips? Maybe 2 pips or 3 pips right here.
Yeah, and be in and out. You see, that's the, the reaction boom. Out, in and out. Not to sit in it. If it said 1 minute, it's a 1 minute.
Yes, you'll be boom. You just get some pips quickly and you're gone, right? If you're greedy, then you wait for this, but I wouldn't. I would scalp this and I'll be gone, right? I could just